Good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm going to be responding on this week's play, A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. So one of the first things that I noticed was the similarities between the romance storyline between A Midsummer Night's Dream and Romeo and Juliet. So here we see two lovers who have found one which they have truly loved. However, they cannot wed each other due to outside influences, and in this play's case, it so happened to be Hermia's father. And then moving on to the values that I saw. So I'm going to combine love and marriage into one. So this is how the play starts out. There's Hermia, who her father wants to marry one guy, but she wants to wed another, and she basically explains that she would rather choose love over the society's view of marriage. And then also magic. So though magic causes a lot of chaos throughout the play, it still helps resolve some of the major issues that we find throughout the play, and it also develops this new love balance towards the end. So I had to look up a lot of references throughout the play. I was kind of rusty on my Greek and Roman theology, so I found myself looking up like whether Cupid and Venus and Neptune were Greek gods or Roman gods. So I very quickly found that they were Roman gods. And then on top of that, I had to Google. There was a reference to Carthage queen. I didn't know what Carthage was, so I found out that that was the center of that society. So as far as gender roles go, there's a sense that women can't really be independent and they can't formulate their own ideals, and because of that, women must follow whatever the man says. And this is how Hermia ends up in the situation that she is, where she has to wed this man who she's not really in love with because her father says so, because that's how gender roles play out. And then I also think that given the time period, since women weren't able to be actresses of plays and such, I feel like the plays probably lacked a sense of sympathy and empathy, because men can't necessarily completely grasp what women were feeling at the time because we're not the same. And so because of that, I feel like the plays probably lacked a sense of like being a woman, because like that's just not how it works. And then two questions I had was, one, I wanted to know how the audience would have reacted if women could play roles in plays at the time in which that it was written, and then also how this play better helps us understand theater as a whole.